Wealth, abundance, and prosperity to everyone. Today, I want us to talk about narcissism. What is narcissism? Why is there narcissism? And why did you experience a narcissistic situation? My energy right now, I'm trying to lift it up because this message is so important and I would like for it to reach everybody, every soul and every soulless beings and avatars. So let's just start, right? Let's go. So narcissism, right, is an entity. What is an entity? In system architect or a system architecture, an entity hosts processes, all right? I'm gonna walk you through how I design softwares, right? I have something called an entity. And then that entity hosts processes, and the processes host tasks and then decisions and all this stuff, right? So narcissism is an entity that holds fear, right? And why do we have fear? You have fear because your prediction of tomorrow does not look good for you. So therefore, you are trying to survive by predicting more worst case scenarios. You have the best case scenario and the worst case scenario. And your worst case scenario is not a prediction based on your past, it's a prediction based on your present thoughts, right? I don't give a fuck if you believe whether they're draconians or not, they are draconians. So the third dimension, right, holds what? Your root chakra, your sacral chakra, and your solar plexus chakra. Your root chakra is responsible for the fear. Your sacral chakra is responsible for the pleasure. Your solar plexus is responsible for the power, right? The draconians, which created the human beings, draconians have no soul. Human beings, they don't have a soul. Hence why they cannot ascend in the higher dimensions. It takes a soul to get to the heart chakra. Thank you. It takes a soul to get to the heart chakra. It takes a soul to get to the throat chakra. It takes a soul to get to the pineal gland. And it also takes a soul to get to the crown chakra. It also takes a soul to get to your eighth chakra, which is your electromagnetic field, right? Human beings do not have an electromagnetic field because they don't have a soul. If human beings had a soul, there would be peace. Children would not die. Abortions will not be there. There would not be war. Do you understand? Nobody would be sick if human beings had a soul. If only human beings had a soul, there would be peace. But because they are soulless, there is no peace. I had a £2 billion investment. I had a $500,000 investment in my business. I had 9 million rand contract to deliver coal in my business. I had 5 million rand contract to deliver coal in my business. I had an opportunity to be the cover of Forbes 30 under 30. I lost 4 jobs that amounted to almost 2.5 million rand worth of salary. Material success is not it. Do you understand? This is coming from somebody who has a signed, sealed, delivered contract for 2 billion pounds. 2 billion pounds. Let me say that again. 2 billion pounds. I'm not talking about 2 billion rand. 2 billion pounds. And when I come here, I call myself the curious billionaire. Who the fuck do you think you are calling yourself the curious billionaire? Because I am. And when I tell you material success is not it, because it's not. Do you know what true success is? Keeping your soul. That is true success. There is no need for you to have a Rolls Royce parked in your garage and you don't have a soul. There's no need for you to have fame and what's so-called fortune if you don't have a soul, if you don't have empathy, if you don't have compassion, if you don't feel like you're worthy, if you don't know that you're a god. So let's get back to, actually, this is a continuation of what narcissism is. So this entity can occupy anybody, can occupy your mother. Your mother can be a narcissist. Your father can be a narcissist. Your sister can be a narcissist. Your brother can be a narcissist. Your uncle can be a narcissist. Your boyfriend can be a narcissist. Your boss can be a narcissist. Your pastor at the church can be a narcissist. Your influencer on the Instagram can be a narcissist. Heck, even your own cleaners can be narcissists. So this entity occupies these beings that lost their soul, right? If you're a narcissist, your soul is tampered with. Because if you have a soul, you don't feed on fear. You feed on peace. You feed on harmony. You don't even feed on these things. You exude them. You exude peace. You exude harmony. You exude love. So the narcissist entity, narcissism is a spiritual thing because it's energy that feeds off lower entities, right? So if you are in a narcissistic entity or you are around entities or you're around beings that host narcissism, right? Because this is a vessel, right? This is a vessel. It hosts something. So some vessels, because they lost their soul, they host in narcissism. They want you to praise them. The church have a section called praise and worship. What happens during that shit? You are at your lowest. You are at your lowest. And what happens when you are in praise and worship? You cry. You surrender. Oh, dear Father. You do this nonsense. Oh, you're like, gee, what? I'm not gonna say that nigga name. Yeah. Oh, you cry. You do all this bullshit. Ask yourself, who benefits from you being weak? The narcissist. I'm coming, Ethan. Give me 1 minute, baby. I love you so much. Give me 1 minute, okay? And then you get into a relationship. The narcissist benefits from you being scared of them. And then you have these human beings without a soul that molest children. And then you have these celebrities. You know, ladies, when you have abortion, what happens? They take the residue of that abortion that you had and then they sell it to your famous celebrities who then uses the blood to make themselves look younger. They put the blood on the face. And when you see it, you'll be like, oh, that's crazy, girl. Oh, what an experiment. What an experiment. children's blood. You call that an experiment? Narcissism, created by the draconians, occupied by the human beings without a soul, or the gods who sold their soul. Come, baby. Lots of gods and goddesses sold their soul for fame. They sold their soul for a job. They sold their soul for a contract. I have attained so much success, more than your local celebrities and your famous celebrities. They have never attained the level of success that I have attained. And I'm telling you, material success is not it. Having your soul, that is true success. Having compassion, that is true success. Having love, that is true success. Having fame, that is not success. Having fame without your soul, that is not success. Having money without a soul, that is not success. Have you ever achieved 2 billion pounds in your life? I don't think so. I have. I got fired 4 times. For what? For choosing myself and defending my soul. I knew a long time ago that I was worth it. I just went through waves trying to test me if, do you really think you're worth it? Here's 2.5 million. Do this. I was like, hell no. I'm not gonna do that. Here's 2 billion pounds. Do this. Oh no. For my soul, I'm gonna choose integrity. For my soul, I'm gonna choose myself. And I'm gonna come here and enlighten you. My son needs me. And I'm gonna go. There is no success without a soul. True measure of success is having a soul.